Good morning everyone, it's Natasha. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are back in my extended pantry. And if for those of you that may be new to my channel or haven't seen the video on how we built this extended pantry, my canning pantry, my dehydrating pantry, whatever you want to call it, I will leave the link to the video below. This is a room that was built on into my family room where an old bar used to be, and it's about 4x8 and holds a lot of stuff. So anyway, I was watching the Kneady Homesteader, and I follow her and several other bloggers. One is Linda's Pantry, and they both had done videos on what they have canned and what they have decided that they probably will not can again. So I actually have some of those items. Some I love and will can again, and some of them we just don't use. And it's going to be different for everybody. Some things you're going to can and you're going to use, and some things I've canned and I've found I haven't used. They're all different. So anyway, don't feel like just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you won't like it if you can it. So we have quite a few things. I want to get started with the things that I love and will can again because we use them over and over. So first thing I'm going to start with is the #1 requested item that I can, that I make and use for gifts. I have several college students that are friends of my son and my daughter that just love my cranberry applesauce. So this is super easy to make, and I can it every single year. My cousin owns an orchard, and so I go down there and I buy her seconds, the apples that she sells as seconds. And what's nice about them is they are a variety, so it gives the applesauce such a depth of flavor. I love it. And then the extra cranberries and then the cinnamon just makes this stuff amazing. And it's well requested and well loved by everybody. I can it in the quart jars for us. I can it in the pint jars for gifts. So that's a very popular one that I will always can over and over. So another thing that I can are beets. We don't eat beets particularly. There's only one member of our family, my daughter, that actually eats the beets. The rest of us love the pickled eggs from Pickled Beets and Eggs. It's a long-standing family tradition. My grandma made them, my mom made them, my great-grandmother. I make them, and they're at every family event. We love our pickled eggs, and I like to keep them in the refrigerator because they're just a great snack. So definitely will can those, keep those canned at all times on my shelf. Next thing that I can that I love, makes a great gift, is the 3-bean salad. So it is got your beans in it. My mom used to make this. And so I think that's why I have such a love for it. And it's just really, really nice. It's nice to take to, you know, any kind of picnic or family reunion in the summertime. And it's nice to have on the table. So I can this one because it is well loved by our family and myself. Let's see, what else? Pickles, of course. We've all canned pickles, and we love our pickles. One thing that I canned last year for the first time, this was a recipe out of the Ball Canning book last year. It is squash pickle medley. I had a friend that had an overabundance of squash and cucumbers, and there was one other thing in here. Yellow squash, cucumbers, and it's leaving me off the top of my head. Anyway, she had an abundance. Oh, zucchini. And she had an abundance of those 3 things. And so I found this recipe using all 3 of them. It also has onion. I put a clove of garlic and your vinegar and sugar, and then your pickling seasonings. I love these. These are so good. Also another item I like to give as gifts. Okay, so something else I like to can and keep on the shelf. Green beans. They're just a family staple. We like them, we eat them, so they're something that's good. Another thing that I can, and I have a love-hate relationship with these, pears. We love pears. And so a friend of my daughter's gave her a bunch of pears, like 8 Walmart bags full of pears a couple years ago, and I canned them, but boy, are those suckers a pain because you've got to peel every single one of them. You have to blanch them before you can peel them. You have to cut them up. It's just, they're a pain, but I love them. So I'm not saying I wouldn't do those again. I definitely would, but I would have to have somebody give me the pears and I would do them. I wouldn't go out specifically and buy pears to can them. I did a vanilla bourbon pear that was just amazing. So that's another favorite. Another favorite is bacon bits. Okay, so these are our bacon bits, and I love these. They are super easy and yummy. You know how you buy the bags of bacon bits in the store? Well, they're expensive. So when I can get bacon bits on sale, Or what I'll do is I'll buy bags of those bacon end in pieces, like 3-pound bags, and I bring them home and I put them in my cast iron Dutch oven and I fry them up. And so what I'll do is I'll cut them as I'm putting them in there, so then when they fry up, they'll fry up quicker and they'll come out in small pieces, and then I will dry can them. So those are amazing to have on the shelves. I love them. I will always have that because you use those in a lot of recipes. Oh, let's see. Apple pie filling is another staple to have. Just nice to have at the holidays. I like to, when I make a deep dish apple pie, I will take and put in a can of this and a half a can of the cranberry applesauce. So good. Makes a delicious apple pie. So definitely can those. Blueberry mojito jam I canned for the first time this year. We do not eat a lot of jam because I mentioned before my husband is a type 1 diabetic, so he doesn't eat it. So I make it purely for gifts and for my kids. So the other one I did was the strawberry lemonade. So each year I try to do a different one. This one was really, really good this year. And I'll give those out as gifts at Christmas time and different things. Another thing I can that I really like is blueberries. We actually have a festival every year in September called the Blueberry Festival. And so we can get blueberries really not totally inexpensive, but a lot more expensive than the stores, and when our blueberries are ready in June. So I go ahead and I can these up. They're great to use in smoothies. They're great to use in blueberry muffins. It adds some extra moisture and some real taste of blueberry. So I can those in multiple size jars so that I have them. There's the really small one. That's nice to use in just a single blueberry muffin mix, all the way up to the large one that I'll use when I can make a blueberry pie. So that one is one of my favorites that I've done. My broths. I would not be without any of my broths. This is a turkey broth that I've canned. I also can beef broth and chicken broth and vegetable broth. I like vegetable broth during Lent. Since we can't have meat, I use the vegetable broth as a base for vegetable soups and in different things. So, next are my meats. I've mentioned this on my channel before that I loved can my meats because my husband, again, is a type 1 diabetic. It is our main source of protein, so I keep meat on hand. I use it when I can, or when I make all my different recipes. Beef is great for beef and noodles and casseroles, different sort of things. And of course my chicken. We go through a lot of chicken. I always keep this on hand. I try to keep about 40 quart jars on at hand, and the reason is because I buy it in bulk from the Amish when they do their chicken sale, and I raw pack it so it's in its own broth. And we use the chicken in tons and tons of recipes. And if I get in a hurry or I haven't found a markdown on my meat for my dog's food that I'm making at this time, I will go ahead and use my canned chicken to make their dog food. So, one thing I will not do again, spiced nectarines. I did these and they're okay. Not a favorite. Not a fan, not really. Probably won't do those again. And we just don't open eat them. Nectarines aren't something you think about. So they're something I will do again. Another thing I will not do again, which a lot of people do and love, is potatoes. I don't know even what I was thinking canning these. My husband, being a type 1 diabetic, cannot have white potatoes. So I don't ever use them. They just sit there. So those will get canned again. One thing I do can, another type of meat, is turkey. Always nice to have turkey on the shelf, especially at Thanksgiving when I'm making my turkey and noodles. Have a Thanksgiving dinner, I'll have turkey ready to go for those because you always got to put real turkey in there. Let's see. Oh, another thing that I have canned that we like is hamburger patties. A lot of times you can find pre-formed hamburger patties marked down at Walmart in their meat department really, really cheap. I will buy those because they're the perfect size to fit into a wide mouth pint jar. And there are 6 of them in here. So it's perfect for open these up, and I just heat them up they're already cooked, because what I do is I cook them before I can them. I will fry them up, and then I will can them. So they're already cooked. So you can either heat them up in the microwave on some paper towels so the grease can get away, or heat them up on the stove in a frying pan. Pretty easy, and another one of our favorites. Apple butter. It's a staple, I think, in every canning pantry, apple butter. Again, my cousin owns an apple orchard, so I get apples from her and make apple butter. So my kids love it. Let's see. Something that I have done that I probably won't do again. Like I said, when it comes to the jams, my husband can't eat them, and he doesn't really, he can't eat them, and I don't really eat them a whole lot. So I ended up giving them as gifts is the Dreamsicle jelly. It was okay. It had an orange vanilla taste. Not a fan. Not a fan. So I won't be doing the Dreamsicle. Another thing I won't ever be doing again is the spiced apple pie jelly that you make from the apple peelings. No, it's not a favorite of anybody. So I won't be doing that again. Let's see. More meat. What's this one? Oh, salmon. That's a nice one to have on hand if you don't want to use canned salmon from the store. Something I won't be doing again is raw bacon. Never have I used it. It's just inconvenient. Why would I use it when I still have to get it out and fry it? Might as well use fresh bacon. Never will I can bacon again. No. Oh, something I will can again though, and I love this. I actually used this last night on pizza, is sausage. So you go ahead and you fry up your sausage, and I raw pack this. The texture is perfect. I'm telling you, I love it. This happened to be, I think, country style sausage. There's Italian sausage. There's all those things of it. I actually canned this in 2014 and it's 2017, and like I said, I opened a can up last night and put it on top of our pizza. So good. Yum. So definitely we'll keep canned sausage on the shelf. Let's see. Salsa. Of course, everybody has that in their pantry. Beef and tomato soup. This was a recipe I tried. I probably should have tried it before I canned it because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not a good fit for our family, so I won't be canning that one again. Let's see. Beans are a staple on everyone's shelf. Something I do keep on hand that I can is ghee, which is where you take and you heat this up until the milk solids fall to the bottom, and then you can the clear liquid on the top. It's a really nice one to have. Another tip, if you do it in the crock pot, it's slow and you'll have to babysit it. When the milk solids drop, then you pour off the clear liquid on the top, and then can that as your ghee. Okay, so I've got more broth over there. Soups, I've mentioned before, I like to keep soups on hand. I like to give them as gifts. This one happened to be a turkey and corn chowder that I made not too long ago. There is a video on this one. Really nice soup, so I do like to keep soups on hand. Trying to think if there's anything I forgot to mention that I can. I can beans, because beans are a nice staple to have on the shelf ready to go. Let's see, what is this one? I keep hamburger canned, dry can it. I keep that canned at all times. That's more sausage. Label your jars, people. Take it from me. Do not put stuff away that you haven't labeled, because you won't remember what it is when you go to get it out. So I think that's, I had a canned beef stew not too long ago. We like that one in the wintertime, so it's nice. This one is a mushroom and chicken cream soup. So that one is really nice to have, especially going into winter. You can use this directly out of the jar, or you can also put it in the casserole, so it's really nice. That one, I can't remember which vlogger I got that off of, which channel, but it's a nice one to have. Okay, so that is everything that I have canned that I like and what I don't like. Feel free to share in the comments below something that you've canned and you like or you don't like. I won't can again. Like I said, it's going to be different for everybody depending on what your family likes to use and what their tastes are. So also, if you want to do your own video on this, it's a great idea. It gives everybody just a little bit of a idea. Look into different types of pantry, different types of canning, and what you can and can't do, and what tastes good. So anyway, that's all, and I will talk to you later. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and leave it info in the comments if you want to. Talk to you later. Bye.